on Trump's immigration crackdown, we have Sheriff Gary McFadden of Mecklenburg County. That's in Charlotte. Sheriff, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to stay on this topic. Border Patrol agents just arrived in your county. What have the last 24 hours looked like in Charlotte?
Well, it's been very chaotic. It's a lot of uncertainty. I just got a call at about a 16-year-old who was taken by ICE, and they're asking, was he a school student? And so we don't know, but it's very chaotic. We have protests. We haven't really had any big violence, but we still have a couple of days to go, so we're not sure of what's going to happen in the next couple of days.
Okay, you did get a call earlier this week from federal officials giving you a heads up that agents would be coming. You've said in the past that you welcome collaboration with the feds, but I was just in Charlotte last month covering a story, and they're very adamant about not wanting federal officials there. What were you told about operations that would take place?
Well, we were told that they would be coming. It was verified by two federal officials. So we do have somewhat of a better conversations, and that's what I asked for. In October, I asked for them. They came. They had. We had a great conversation, but of course, they're not going to give us their game plans. But we do have conversations. Now, what we're going to do after this is better conversation, better communication, but most of all, better collaboration. And that's what we're looking for, because we all know that it becomes a very hostile, volatile place when you have law enforcement and community coming together. So we are hoping that we don't have any violence in the next couple of days.
Okay, you mentioned that 16-year-old. I'd love to learn more about that when you have that information. But here's an interaction that one Charlotte resident who lives in your community had with agents yesterday.
Usted me lo quiebra, usted me lo paga. Usted quiebra mi ventana. Conclusión, me tiraron al suelo.
They threw me to the ground, and while they were struggling with me, I said, hey, I gave you my papers 5 minutes ago. I'm an American citizen. He asked me where I was born, and I say, it doesn't matter where I was born. I'm an American citizen. They threw me to the ground, and I always have my papers with me in my bag. They didn't care. I told them many times.
Okay, this man goes on to say he proved his citizenship to Border Patrol and was still thrown to the ground by agents. So how do you react to that? And are you concerned about Border Patrol carrying out these operations in a violent manner?
Well, I am concerned about them carrying out in a violent manner. And this is one of the cases that I tracked. I believe this young man was arrested or apprehended twice. And I think one time he even said that after he showed them or they verified his papers, he was simply put out of the car, and then he was confronted again. So we are very much concerned, and we're going to have community meetings, and we're going to try to not downplay this, but have a conversation, because what happens is when the Border Patrol and ICE leave, these are still our residents and citizens, and we're going to have to deal with the aftermath. My agency, along with the CMPD, the local police department, we do have a great relationship with our immigrant and Latino community. But this is going to damage it, and we're going to have to reinvent how we gain that trust back again.
Yeah, so how are you telling local officers to respond to incidents like this, your officers?
Well, my officers, we are not engaged in any enforcement with ICE or Border Patrol. We are simply going about our day as we do, but keeping a watchful eye on what is going on. But we are not engaging in any enforcement with ICE or the Border Patrol.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.